Okay, hello everyone. So my name is Jason. I am a Clear Channel and a musician and a Course in Miracles student. And I do sessions if you're interested. I do guidance sessions, spiritual sessions, channeling. Um, and you can find that below. The information is below. And yeah, nice to meet you. Okay, so hello everyone. I just wanted to come on for a quick chat. And then there's a question that I'd like to channel the answer to. So I guess I'll start with the first thing is that I've been doing my morning meditation and I've been seeing a lot more ships close by. So my star family, they say they're very, very close. And they do say that there is a message that they need to bring through, and that will be coming through soon, and that will be a booklet of sorts. And yeah, so in a sense, I'm kind of I'm their guy on the ground kind of thing for my star family, and they will be coming at a certain point to when the next phase comes in. But for now, um, they have certain messages that they'd like to bring through. I don't know if they'll come through today, but that's one thing. So I've been seeing a lot of in my meditation. I've been seeing a lot of them coming very, very close to the earth. And the next thing I wanted to talk about is I am a bit of a health nut, and so I like to take like all of the supplements and all of the everything I can find. And so whenever I'm feeling a little bit out of sorts, I'll always resort to taking all kinds of baking soda and turmeric and citric acid and whatever it is that I can find. And but I always find that for me, so this is the one question I'd like to ask is I was on lesson 50. I'm on 51 now, but um, and lesson 50 is I am sustained by the love of God. And being sustained by the love of God means that we don't need anything. I don't need these vitamins. I don't need this turmeric or this turmeric milk that I'm drinking or whatever it is I'm into at that moment. That I am sustained by the love of God. That believing that this whatever it is, this mushroom pills or this ginger that I'm eating is going to save me, is just believing in another illusion, believing that this one illusion is going to help this other illusion. This illusion that I feel bad is an illusion, and then I create this other illusion that this ginger is going to help to deal with this illusion. But I'm just dealing with illusions. They're just illusions. They don't exist, right? So that is the idea of A Course in Miracles. But for me, every time I find myself getting a little bit under the weather, I gotta run to the health food store and just get all the stuff I can and just pile it in. And I just can't seem to get out of that. And I think it's a very difficult thing, especially for me, because I grew up lots of vitamins and supplements and stuff. Um, so I'd like to ask about that, some advice from my guides about how to deal with that, and if there's a practical way of doing it. Um, and what was the other thing? The other thing is that there's a test that people have to take that they used to have to take a few years ago, and that I had to take, and I had been avoiding taking this test. This is the test that people were taking for the thing that was going around for the past 3 years, and it starts with a P and ends with an R, and I had been trying to avoid it, for the past 3 years, and finally, had to come face to face with it, and it was kind of a scary thing to do. But I had talked to my guides about it, and they said that there was nothing wrong with it, but by me focusing on it, I'm creating more power. And so I'm finding that is also a forgiveness practice, to be able to just let go of all of those images, all those ideas I had about this test, and just let it go and understand that I've been guided to be where I am at the moment. I have been guided to do what I had to do, and then just to go with it. And it's very, very difficult. And it reminds me that there's a lesson that came up last week when things were also going up and down like a roller coaster. And the lesson is, my unloving thoughts are keeping me in hell. My holiness is my salvation. So, yeah, to break it down in language that I would understand more easily, you would say that worrying about things is causing me to be in hell. And so just understand that you're one with God, and there's nothing you need to worry about. You can just let go. There's nothing to worry about, nothing to fear, right? That's another one. I think that was lesson in the 40s somewhere. There is nothing to fear. So, so yes. So then, with the what I'd like to ask my guides for today, after my rambling, is yeah, if they could give some clearance or clarity on, let's see, yes, on the supplements, the idea of the supplements, and then if they could talk a little bit about, yeah, I guess that's it. Yeah, talk about supplements. And also, yeah, about that test, if they could give a little bit of advice about the test. So supplements in the test, and then if they feel so inclined to talk about these spaceships that I'm seeing, these whatever you'd like to call them. Okay, so here we go. Greetings, we are Isis, and we are here in what you might call a very, very frequency, a lower frequency place at the moment, and we have been working with this being, you might say, in the background, and not in the more in the subconscious. We have been working on working with the energy that is here, and working in finding a way to deal with this energy. We have told this being that we have been planting seeds through him, seeds that will be sprouting, but they are not yet sprouted yet. There's this area is the energy is very low, the frequency is very low, but he has been planting these seeds, sometimes with by his own volition, and sometimes when he's not even realizing it. And these seeds will sprout, and they will grow, and they will create the frequency raise that is required in this place. And when that time happens, he will return, and he will come to take care of these flowers that he has planted. And we are, of course, talking not we are talking figuratively. And so this energy will come through the ground, will pierce through the ground, and the frequency will raise like that. And this is what he has been doing, and he knows a little bit, and he doesn't know a little bit. We have been working through him. It has been, we might say, a very tumultuous time, and for him it might not seem tumultuous on the surface, but it has been a roller coaster of sorts, and he has been going on a lot of roller coasters in these times. Yes. And so this is one thing we'd like to share with you from our perspective, that a lot of you are planting seeds, and this is very good. And don't worry, the seeds take time, and they take love, and they take care, and you will see them grow, and you will see them sprout. Please be patient. Please be patient. You are planting the seeds. You are all planting the seeds. Now, to talk to what this being was asking about relying on supplements, relying on health foods, and these things. And yes, so what we would say, it is a very, very logical answer. It is that it depends on your belief. If you believe in them, then they will work for you. Because if you believe in the one illusion that you are sick, and then you believe in the other illusion that you will be healed, then you will be healed in that illusion, and that one illusion will be healed with this other illusion. And this is the level that he is working on, he is dealing with at the moment. And so it is about belief. And so he was asking for practical ways of working with this. All of you, always humans, practical. Yes, it is good. It is fine. It is wonderful. It is where you are. So a practical way for you to deal with this is to do it every day, not when you feel sick, but to do it every day, to always remind yourself that you are light. You are light energy pulsating through you. You are not this body that you see. You are the light that is creating, that is animating this body. You are this body. You might call it almost a puppet. You are just controlling it, almost as if a puppet. But you are the light. You are the light. You are not the body. And so the light just never gets sick, and the light never goes into shadow. The light is the light, and that is what you are made of. And you need to remind yourself as much as possible until it is something that is ingrained in your mind. So it is something that you don't even think about anymore, because this idea of sickness has been ingrained in your mind for years and years, since you were born. And so you need to counteract that by saying as much as it has been said to you. So every second that you are awake, every waking second, any time that you can think about it, always remember, I am the light. I am the light of God, and this is what is animating me. And this will help you. And this is the most practical thing that we can give to you. Just to remember, just to keep it in your mind, not just when you get sick, but every moment of the day, and that will build and slowly build on this, we might say, interstellar immune system, not the immune system of your body, but the immune system of you, who is one with God. There is, of course, no need for an immune system because you can never get sick, but this concept, you might say, of it's an in-between, just like the Holy Spirit is an in-between. This interstellar immune system, you might call it, which is the belief that you can never get sick, will help you to reach a point where you will never get sick because you can never be sick. So that is our answer to that. And then this being was dealing with this other issue, and he has been losing a lot of sleep over this, which is very rare for this being. He never loses sleep. But he has been losing sleep, and this is good for him. Sometimes it's good to lose sleep. By losing sleep, you gain other things. And so what this being was doing was losing sleep over this test that he had to take, the test that he doesn't want to mention on this platform because he's worried that something might happen. And he is always worried about these things, and we would say, who cares? Who cares? This is just another platform. There are many platforms. But we will respect this being's wishes. And so this test that this being is so worried about is just a test. And he was placing, this goes back to what we were talking about before, placing so much energy on the test that he created it. He has creative abilities, just like all of you, to create realities. And so he has created this into something bigger than it really is. And so our advice to him is just use your imagination to make it smaller again. As he said, his unloving thoughts are keeping him in hell. And this is an unloving thought that he has about this. He is creating a hell around this, and he could create heaven around it. He could understand, as he has understood about the masks, that the masks are there for us to ascend. That is their purpose. They are there to help us ascend. And just like this test, this is a test not of the body, but this is a test of your own creativity. This is a test of your own creativity. And will you pass it? Will you pass this test? Will you be able to use your creativity to create beyond and around these ideas that have been created for you? Because that is your true power, your true superpower. You have this superpower. And so these few weeks have been a very good testing ground for him, both in raising the frequency in a very low frequency place and also in using his true creative powers to work around situations and to understand, to use the illusions that he has and to use them to create more beautiful futures, as you all can, with love and light. All right, so ciao. So that was Isis.